Euripities the Mouse by L.R. White. It has been said that bitterness is the poison you drink, hoping someone else will die from it. Once there was a mouse, a rather small mouse named Euripities. Though Euripities was small in stature, he was large in character and compassion. He loved God and all of God's creation. Being a small mouse, only about 1.5 inches long, not including his tail, the world looked very big to Euripities, and he wanted to see it all. One day, he decided to leave the field in which he lived and to discover all the wonders of the world. So he packed a sack lunch and a thimble of water and set out down the path to the woods. As the path entered the woods, Euripities thought to himself,
"The world may be bigger than I thought."
Just then, he heard a strange commotion. He ran under a log and over a twig and looked through some leaves, and what do you think he saw? A lion. Euripities had never seen a lion before, but he had read about them. The lion was moaning, then roaring, then kicking and biting at his paw. This all looked very strange to Euripities, but just then he saw what was making the lion so upset. A thorn right there in the lion's left front paw. The lion tried as he might to bite and kick the thorn loose, but to no avail. Euripities thought to himself,
I remember a story about a mouse helping a lion. Maybe I could help like he did. But what would that lion think if I, a small mouse, tried to help? After all, it was just a story.
Meanwhile, the lion moaned, roared, and fussed about even more than before. So Euripides summoned up his courage, ran out from the leaves, and jumped on the lion's paw. The lion, stunned for a moment, froze at the sight of a mouse running at a lion. That moment was just enough time for Euripides to pull the thorn from the lion's paw. The lion sighed with relief and suddenly jumped to his feet.
What a tiny little mouse. You are so small and of no use to anyone. You would hardly be worth the effort to eat. But since I am hungry, I think you would make a tasty little snack.
At that moment, the lion lunged at Euripides, swatting at him with his sharp claws. Euripides jumped clear just in the nick of time, and he scampered around a log and through a pile of leaves, just barely escaping with his life. Dreadfully frightened, Euripides cautiously continued on his way. As he was looking for a place to spend the night, he thought to himself,
That lion thinks I'm too small to be of any use to anyone, and that I can never help anyone. He should be thanking me. But instead, he tried to eat me. What an ingrate.
As he thought on this, little Euripides began to get angry and upset at the wrong done to him. After that time, he happened upon a wise old turtle named Euchus.
What's the matter, young mouse? Are you in trouble or something?
No, but that lion is if he ever needs my help again.
Lion? What lion?
A mean old lion who said I was too little to be of any use, and then he tried to eat me.
My, oh my. What's your name, boy? Tell me the story.
My name's Euripides. What's yours?
I am Euchus the turtle, slow but sure. I am very glad to meet you, Euripides.
Likewise.
Now, about that lion.
Oh, yes.
And he told Euchus the story of what had happened and how angry he was at the wrong the lion had done him. Euchus listened and saw how miserable Euripides was because of the anger and bitterness that was taking hold of his heart.
Were you angry and upset before you helped the lion?
No, sir. But he tried to eat me.
No matter. Your happiness and joy should not depend on others or their actions. You see, Europe, you don't mind if I call you Europe, do you?
No, sir.
You see, Europe, when you have unforgiveness in your heart, you become the one who is miserable and bitter, not the lion or whomever else wrongs you. You are the one who becomes devoured by anger and hatred. Your heart is no longer happy and light.
Yes, sir. I see what you mean. Since I became angry at the lion, I've been as mean as the lion in my thoughts.
As I thought. Doing wrong to those who have wronged you will never truly make you feel better. You must do good to all, even those who have wronged you, to truly have peace in your heart.
Thank you for your words of wisdom. I will forgive the lion, and then my heart will be glad again. I only wish I were bigger. Then I could be of real use to the world.
Size matters not. You have already done what a lion couldn't do.
Thank you. Your kind and wise words will help me always.
So Euripities and Euchus settled down for the night, and little Euripities had a glad heart and slept very soundly. The next morning, Euripides packed his things, said goodbye to Euchus, and set out to continue his journey. It wasn't long before Euripides heard a soulful moaning. He looked and looked for where the noise was coming from, but saw nothing. Just then, above him, he saw what was making the awful noise. It was the lion. The lion was caught in a net hanging from a tree. He was moaning and crying, for he was trapped with no way to escape. Euripides immediately ran up the tree to help. The lion was very surprised to see this.
Are you not the mouse who interfered with my getting the thorn out of my paw yesterday?
Yes, and I will get you out of this net.
Ha! You are but a small mouse. What can you do?
I can chew through the ropes, and then you'll be free.
So Nibble, Nibble, Nibble chewed the little mouse, until finally the ropes gave way, and out rolled the lion onto the ground. The lion shook for a moment, then jumped to his feet, and turned to Euripides.
You helped me once, and I tried to eat you. Then you helped me again. Why?
Because your actions do not dictate what is right, and helping you was the right thing to do, so I did.
What is your name, mouse?
Euripides.
Euripides, I am Eris the lion, and I am ashamed of how I treated you yesterday. Can you ever forgive me?
I already have.
How can this be?
You see, until I forgave you the wrongs you did to me, my heart was heavy and angry. But when I forgave you, I was the one who felt relief.
Interesting. Do you think if I forgive wrongs done to me, I will have peace and relief?
Oh yes, I know it will work.
Eris walked over to Euripides and looked down at him.
You, through your courage, steadfastness, and forgiveness, have saved me twice, and you, a mouse, have humbled a lion. I salute you and ask if you would be my friend.
I would be honored.
I must go, but I will always be your friend and defend you. Thank you again, Euripides.
You are welcome.
Eris disappeared into the woods.
Euchus was right. I'm not too small to help, and forgiveness really works.
The end.